Hello there, happy Friday. It's absolutely gorgeous today. The sun is shining. Makes a change because all I've done this week is get wet through. Yeah, I'll just update you about the scooter. the, whatever you want to call it, the tall creaky thing. It's going back. I've told them I don't want it. It's not whatever fit for the purpose. Oh, it has to happen every time I start a video. It has to happen. Yeah, I'm not keeping it. So at the moment I've got the loan scooter back again, which was the older scooter that I had from before, that I borrowed before, so I've got that. To be quite frank, I'd rather get wet than drive that huge squeaky thing, yeah. So what am I doing today? Actually, you're just keeping me company while I pack my bag's ready for the craft fair tomorrow. So I'm afraid it won't be a wildly interesting video today, but you know, hey ho, do my best. I won't show you the things as I'm packing them because you've seen them before, so it's nothing new. And if you haven't seen them before, why not? You should have been looking at my videos. Kidding, just kidding. Right, let's got me. That's a basket that I need to take to put everything in. I'm just going to put all the hats in this one here. I'm packing them into those, you know, kind of laundry bags. It's so hard to put, you know, the big plastic containers into the car, you know, so that's why I'm putting things in bags. As I say, hands. Hands touching hands. You have to excuse me, I'm in a giddy mood today. The sun's shining, I'm in a giddy mood today. Yeah, that's about all. You know, went to the dentist, you know, just for a scale and polish, so nothing wildly interesting there, except he took me money, but you know, they help. NHS does not exist anymore over here as far as dental work is concerned. It's all put your hand in your pocket, yeah. So, sorry if I'm making a rustle, sorry about that. But at the moment, can't be helped. Sorry. Oh, people. Sorry. So there's not much been happening in my life really, you know, just the usual, you know. Going to knit club and, you know, going out for a coffee and stuff like that with my mates. Oh, I've had a naughty girl call from the diabetic nurse saying I have to go in. But hey ho, we shall worry about that on Monday when I see her. No doubt she will give me a list of things to do that I won't be doing, you know. I'm just a rebel. My son's going on, oh, what about your pancreas? What about this? What about that? I said, look, I'm 77 next week, you know. How long do you think I'm going to be here? You know, I am not going to deprive myself of a chocolate bar now and again, or some sweeties now and again, just to prolong my life by an extra year, yeah. Sorry, but it might be a short life, but it'll be a happy one. As you probably gathered, I'm not very health obsessed. Yeah. I don't do as I'm told, yeah. I'm a rebel without a clue, yeah. But still. Oh, that looks like it's one bag. I'm going to have to go there early on Saturday because everything's going to be all jumbled up and I'm going to be like, oh, there's a scarf, oh, where's its hat? Not very organised. That's me. See, I've emptied a box. I haven't been back in the shed. I need to go back in because I need to get one of those head things, you know, the mannequin heads. But I haven't been back in the shed to do any more. I'm working on, actually, my son is working on it, getting me some like stepping stones, you know, so I don't have to trudge through. I'm trudging through the grass to get to the shed and then I'm treading wet grass and everything into the shed. And then I'm coming back and then I'm treading all the wet grass and stuff into the conservatory, which isn't pretty, you know. So we're working on getting some little like stepping stones, so at least I can tread on something that's not going to, you know, affect everything, yeah. Right, well that's one bag packed. I have set the alarm, so, you know. Also somebody sent me a message, but we won't go into that, it won't be anything vital. It never is, yeah. Or it'll be, you have been to the bank, what is your opinion, can you do a little survey? No. I only went in to get some change, you know, to go for the, you know, for the craft fair. You need a few pounds and 50p's and stuff like that, because, and a couple of, you know, a few fivers, because nobody ever has any change. And I don't have one of those card readers. I'm not that posh. Maybe my friend does. My friend's doing the craft fair with me. She'll probably do a heck of a lot better than I will, because she's made a load of lovely little Christmas ornaments and stuff. Oh, hello, come in. So she'll probably do a lot better than I. I'm not taking any garments with me because they didn't sell last time. And it's such a fag, you know, loading them up and carting them all there, putting them on the rail. And, oh, everybody loved them, don't get me wrong. Everybody loved them. People tried them on, said how wonderful they were, blah, blah, but nobody actually bought. Well, 2 people did buy. But most people know they just... So today I'm just taking... Well, tomorrow, I should say, not today. Tomorrow I'm just taking shawls, scarves, hats, cowls, accessories. And my friend is, well, she'll have a whole host of things, you know, to attract people's attention, which I'm sure they will, because they look very nice, what she's been making. Little gnomes and little all sorts of things, yeah. I'm not that artistic with things like that. You know me, and amigurumis and stuff. I just not my thing, you know. I think you've either got the flair, haven't you? You've either got the knack for it or you don't, and I just don't. My amigurumas would quite, you know, easily frighten a child, you know, and they're just not in. Right, just excuse me 1 minute while I put this bag over there. Nobody's going through the door at the moment, so it can go there. Would you like me top? Isn't it nice? Sparkly and velvet. Woohoo! Right, so let me rustle again and get another bag. Sorry about the little. Oh, dear. Goodness knows what was in that bag. A lead weight by the time of it. Anyway, I've got another great big. These are what I call laundry bags. You've probably got them in the US as well. I think laundry bags are pretty universal, aren't they? So I'm going to put the shawls in there. I've sold one of these shawls, so I need to take that out and not put that into my bag. I sold this shawl. I think it's the one she wants, but well, she'll see. She thought it was blue actually, but it's not, it's green. Well, it's green in my eyes, but you know, people see colours differently, don't they? I found that a lot, you know, when I used to have the wool shop, that people see colours a lot differently, you know, each person to person. Somebody will see it as blue, somebody will see it as green. But we shall see. Right, I'm loading up the shawls now. And in no particular order, they are going in. So I'm hoping we have a rail. I'm going to take some coat hangers to hang the shawls on. Hopefully, you know, somebody will be buying a shawl for the winter, because, you know, heck knows the electric's gone up so much, hasn't it? You know, we can't afford to put anything on these days, you know, except a big woolly. But actually, in the conservatory here, even though there's no heating on, if the sun is shining, it's quite reasonable in here. You know, you don't have to, you know, be dressed up like Sherpa Tennessee, you know. We're trying, well, I mean, like everybody else, we're trying hard to cut back on the electric and the gas and everything, but when push comes to shove, you need to be warm, don't you? You can't live your life being freezing. I was actually watching a video last night, actually. I don't know who she was, I can't remember her name, but it was like living in my 1941's what did she say it was called? Like in other words, she's got no cladding, you know, she's got no heat things to keep the heat in, and that's how she keeps warm in the winter. And but she did have kind of, you know, space heaters and things like that, which we're trying not to use anything that's electrical at the minute. I've got my lovely log fire, which is keeping me nice and warm, lighting that up. I mean, I buy the smokeless coal and fuel and stuff as I go along, so it's not like adding up into a big bill. You know, so that's okay. I don't feel the push for that. I don't feel the scariness of this bill arriving at the end of the month, because I've already paid it as I've been going along, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, that's by the by. I'm sure you've all got your issues of your own. My goodness, am I not popular? Or what? Yeah. I've got another box, I think, of shawls and hats and stuff. This is all I'm taking. My friend was trying to persuade me to take like one of my garments, which I might do because I have to go to the shed to get the mannequin head. And what else have I got to get? There's something else I've got to reach out my shed, so I have got to go out there. It's on the stage today. Oh, and take these boxes, the empty boxes. What is going on with this phone? Honestly, I'm not that popular usually. Let me just have a quick peek, see if there's anything. No, it's just a load of whatnots. You know, people saying that they're looking forward to the craft fair tomorrow. I belong to a Facebook page. Everybody that's on the craft fair is on this Facebook page. So, you know, we keep getting odd messages saying, you know, which stall is mine, what's, you know, where am I in the hall and stuff like that. I'm not really bothered. I'll just turn up and whatever stall they give me, I'll set up my stall there. It doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a craft fair. It's not like you're jostling for position. One position will be far better money-wise than another. It just won't, you know. My attitude is if people want to look at my stall, they'll look at it, you know, and if they don't, they just walk past. But, which they do quite frequently, walk past. But still, I am not going to worry about things like that. I'm not a worrier, as you've probably gathered. Worrying is not in my DNA. Get that from my dad. My dad was never a worrier either. He used to say, worry about things when they happen, don't worry about things before they do. And I think to myself, that was good attitude, Dad. That was a really good attitude. And I hope I've carried that with me. Obviously, at times you do get worried, don't you? But most of the time, I think, whatever will be, will be. Que sera, que sera. You know, life chucks at you things, don't it? And you deal with them, you know. Hey ho, don't make a big song and dance, you know, just get on with it, deal with it, end of story. Right, I'm going to have to go over there now to get another bag, another box, sorry. I'm sure the family will be highly delighted to get the conservatory back because it's looked a bit of a tip this last week or so, well, week. Because I brought everything in, as you know, when they were away on holiday, I brought everything in from the shed. So as I could sort it out. The shed's okay, but it's a bit dark. I can't see what I'm doing. And it's more cramped, if you're with me. You can't actually sort of chuck things about and, you know, oh, look at that, oh, look at that. You can't do that in the shed. So, I am hoping it's looking a lot tidier. Fingers crossed it's going to be a lot tidier. And I am hoping that I won't be bringing quite so much back home again. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Cheerio. I'm going over there to get a box. Cheerio. Hey dear. I've got 2 more boxes over here full of stuff that I need to sort. Oh dear me. I think I need another bag. I think I've got another bag, but we'll see how. Sorry if you're hearing me dragging boxes across, but that's the way it is, people. Oh, lost my slipper. Oh dear. I won't be back on my live again on Saturday because the craft fair is just 11 till 4. But of course I'll be there hopefully about 9:30 if I get up in time. Not very good at getting up in the morning, but if I get up in time, should be there by 9:30 so I can set up my stall. Well, I can start setting up my stall. Then I'll wait for my friend to arrive and she can do it. You know, we're both like the walking wounded, so we're as bad as each other. But I'm sure between us, we shall get it done. Right, these are all my cowls and stuff going in. I think I need one more bag and then I should be alright. And I've got to take the mannequin, Lady Jane. from behind me. She was called Lady Jane because that's what my mother used to call me when she thought I was getting a bit above myself. She's always called me that from being a child. You know, it's like, if I was like, oh, this and that and the other mum, and she'd say, who do you think you are? Lady Jane. So, of course, it had to be Lady Jane for the mannequin, didn't it? Paris, sadly, didn't make it here with me. I think I told you before, she got sold to someone, and she is now modelling World War II, I think, or World War I, I'm not sure. Nurse's outfit in some museum somewhere over in Huddersfield or somewhere she went. It was so funny when she went though, I shouldn't laugh, because the guy who picked her up, he wasn't very tall, he was quite tiny. And if you remember Paris, she was a good 6-footer, yeah? And she was very unwieldy, very awkward to kind of carry. I mean, Paris #1, if you remember that hysterical video where she fell apart, yeah? That's one of those videos that stands out in time that everybody remembers. You know, first of all, her head fell off and her arms fell off. And I just carried on rolling with the camera, so it was a really funny video, that one. So Paris #1, she kind of bit the dust. So I bought another one which was almost identical, although her facial features weren't as pretty as Paris #1. But anyway, and Paris #1 went to be, oh, what did she go? Paris #1 went, somebody took her and said they would do her up or something. I don't know what they were going to do with it because her leg had fallen off by this time. And I think it was broken, her leg or something. I know she was fastened up with a lot of duct tape anyway. But somebody wanted her, I put her free, you know, if anybody wants to take her free. And somebody came and took her, I can't remember what they were doing with her now. But Paris #2 was intact, so she went to be his nurse. Yeah. So I should have asked him, you know, can you send me a photograph of her? Because she's dressed up in a nurse's outfit, yeah? Oh gosh, I'm going to hear a noise now, I'm going to push this box. Sorry about that. You know, I would have loved to have seen her dressed up like that. I really miss Paris, I really do miss her, you know. She was statuesque and everything like that, you know. She made all my garments look magnifico, you know. But when you're downsizing and moving from a 3-bedroom house into like 2 rooms and a shed, you just can't do it, can you? You can't bring everything you want. So unfortunately Paris had to go. Oh, in an ideal world I'd like to buy her again, yeah, but in an ideal world I don't really have necessity for her. I would like her back, but I don't really can say that I need her, you know, because I don't. And I don't have the room for her. Not even when my shed is tidied out, I don't have the room for her. So, sadly, Paris #3 will not be happening. Yeah, oh, I nearly filled this bag as well. So I've got 2 bags filled. I feel as though I'm doing something. When I get there, it'll all be a hodgepodge of everything, so I'll probably be cursing the way I'm packing them when I get there. I've never been very good at packing, even when I used to go on holiday. You know, some people are dead organised, aren't they? They have everything like that in between tissue paper and everything, so that it doesn't arrive, you know, all creased. Mine used to arrive like it had just fallen out of the washing machine, you know, but never mind. Oh, seagulls, seagulls. Right, I think that's enough, otherwise I'm not going to zip this zipper up. So I think we're on to bag #3, which we will have to do because somehow or another I've got to get those mannequin heads in. You know, Mrs. Foamy Head or whatever. I think that's what Claire calls her. You know, Bob Wilson 123 what was, which she's now crafting with Claire. She used to call hers Mrs. Foamy Head. Because that's what they're made of, polystyrene, aren't they? Yeah. I can always remember Buster. My late dog Buster. I got one that was a man's head. Don't know why I got a man's head, because I didn't make many men's hats, but I got a man's head. And he just took one look at it. Bear in mind, he was a very, very placid dog. You could walk past him, nothing. He took one look at this head, went, and bit its nose off. So it was there with its nose glued back on until I got rid of it. I don't know what happened to that. Probably threw it away. But still. Right, I'm probably running out of time and space with you now anyway, so I'll probably say goodbye to you. I will try to do a little filming, you know, tomorrow at the craft fair, but a lot of people are funny. They don't like you to film their stalls, or they don't like to be on camera because they're a bit wary. So I'll try to take the camera and just film like me, or my, well, not me and my friend, our little stall. I'll try and film that because I know people are always interested in what you put on your stall and how you do it up and everything like that. I watch many videos. But of course the audience is different in the UK to it is in the US. I mean, things that you make and they walk out the door don't sell over here. I have tried to explain that before. But they're a different clientele, you know. Things that you say, oh, make a dozen of these or make those big sellers and stuff. They don't sell over here. And of course we've got the problem with amigurumis is it's got to be this kind of stuffing, it's got to be that kind of this, it's got to be safety standards, it's got to be whatever. So I just won't go there, you know. I can't be bothered with all the paperwork and the faffing about that you have to do. I know one of my friends, she went into it all when she was designing and making her own amigurumis. And it's amazing how the hoops you've got to jump through in the UK to actually make something and sell it, you know. If it's classed as for children, oh yeah, it's got to have these eyes, those eyes, not this, not that. So, no, I don't want to go there. Anyway, I think probably my time is, excuse me. I've got a sneeze and I've also got my cough back. Oh, jolly dee. I just love coughing, it just makes me day. Yeah, I've got 6 minutes left, but I'm not going to bore you for another 6 minutes because I need to rustle and get another bag and sort these boxes out and take them over to the shed and I don't think you want to know all that sort of stuff. But I just thought I'd update you on what's happening at the moment in my life. Not a lot, but whatever. My son actually said to me today, can you have the dogs tomorrow afternoon? You know, tomorrow we're going to bury it. I said, are you forgetting something? He said, what? I said, you're forgetting I've got my craft show. He went, oh yeah, I have. So he can't go to wherever he was going to go. Anyway, that's funny. Once every now and again I actually do go somewhere and I can't have the dogs, but still one of them things, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go now and carry on packing my bags, so at least they're just bags to put into the car and not big plastic boxes, which are very unwieldy. And when you get there, you've got nowhere to put them, so people would be falling over them. At least with these bags, when you empty them, you can squash them up like that, you know, put them under the table or something. So, anyway, I'm going. I'm waffling, as usual. That should be my middle name. Janet Waffle. I've always been a waffler. People at Knit Club keep saying, how can you make a video and talk to yourself for all that length of time? And I'm going, it's very easy when you're me, you know. I've always been a chatterbox. I used to get in terrible trouble at school. One of my school reports once said, Janet is keeping up with her schoolwork, blah 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 and all that jazz. But we see more of the back of her head than we see of the front. In other words, my friend sat behind me, so I was always talking over my shoulder to her. My mother was, oh, she was so cross. What does it mean? You see the back of your head more than they see the front. I mean, looking back on it, you can laugh, can't you? I think I've still got them, actually. I think I've still got the school reports, and I think I've still got my son's. Although he would rather I didn't keep them. I'm still looking for the photographs. They're somewhere up in the crawl space in the loft bit upstairs. Because I want to go through the old photographs. I seem to have been the keeper of all the old photographs that have all landed with me. And so I want to make sure that I give them to all the relevant people, you know, my aunties, my uncles, their descendants and stuff. I don't want to keep them, you know. I like looking at them, yes, it's very, very nice, but I know for a fact they wouldn't get kept when it's my demise. My son wouldn't keep them. He would just get rid of them, you know. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through them all, put them into piles of families, you know. This is this family, that's that family, and ask them, do they want them before they get whatever. I'm sure they will. I'm sure somebody will. So I'll post them. I don't care if it's all over the world. They're only photos. They won't weigh that heavy. So we shall see what we shall see. Anyway, I am going now. I've got more things to pack. And I haven't even had my breakfast. I don't even know what time it is. I don't, you know, bother about things like eating, which, you know, drives my diabeticness up the wall. Yeah, it's 1:45 and it says I've got 3 minutes left on my timer. So I am going to go and get some brunch, as it will be now. As I say, my diabeticness despairs of me because I don't eat regularly, I don't eat when I should. I don't eat a lot, but I eat the wrong things, you know, blah, 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 all that stuff. Yeah. But still, you know, on a happy note, I hope you're enjoying your day and I hope you've got sunshine like we've got here. So I'm going to carry on packing a bag, but first I think I'll make myself a bit of toast. Maybe an egg on toast. Or maybe some porridge. That would be nice and healthy, wouldn't it? A bit of porridge, yeah. Okay, okay. I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Happy Friday. Bye now.